It is day 14 of the 30-day challenge for the 30-day shred by Jillian Michaels, level 2. I really like this video. I feel like it kind of forces me to push a little harder, and with the added weights, it's a little bit, for me, for some reason, it's a little bit easier than the first one. The first one I think was a little bit more cardio based, and this one is more like strength training based for me. I don't know if that's the same for everybody, but that's how it was for me. And I just, I love this second level two. I love it. Um, I did get a response for a video request for me to make a video about clean eating and what I'm eating when I'm feeding my husband. So he and I are going to make that video coming up here pretty soon. We'll make a video about it, and so that way you know like what we're eating, what I'm doing, and some clean eating good habits for you. And if it takes one person to start eating clean, that's awesome. It's so important to get people that are on the same track as you. With Facebook, I have met a lot of women off of the PCOS awareness page. There's a PCOS Divas. There's Living with PCOS. There's a whole bunch of women out there that have this polycystic ovary syndrome. And I am like the classic case. It's it's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. And a lot of people that go untreated get cancer from it, and a lot of people have died from it. It's actually pretty serious, and a lot of people are like, oh, it's not that serious, it's just an infertility thing that you can treat by losing weight. It's just fat women that just need to lose the chubbiness and they can get pregnant. It's really not like that because it happens with skinny women too. So it's not necessarily that. It's your body's chemistry. There's a whole bunch of different factors. It's not just about infertility. That's just that's like the number one reason of infertility is PCOS, which sucks. Especially if you're married and trying, like us. But I'm trying to do this for me. I'm trying to do this for my unborn child who I already know. It sounds really weird, I know, but I already know. So I just have to make it happen, and I can do it naturally. It's so important for me to do it naturally. I just can't. For me, nothing has ever gone the way it should have in life, and I've always taken the hard road, and not by choice. It's just the way it is. It's just the hard road. And everything that I want so badly, or that my heart desires, has a huge mountain to climb before I get my goal. And this is just another one that got put in my way. And I'm ready for it. I do look at it as a challenge because I'm very strong mentally and I can handle a lot. But there's some days where it just gets to you, especially the emotional side of PCOS, that not feeling woman enough or not feeling normal, that really gets to me. It really bothers me. And it does get me down a lot. It's so important for me to do naturally because, like I said, it's like nothing has ever gone the way it should have. And by me taking medication to get pregnant, it's just, for me, it's just another thing. Like, I'm not normal. Nothing is ever normal. And of course I'm not normal because I'm really strange and I'm weird and funny to a lot of people, not in my videos at all, but I'm really random. I'm very unique in my own way. And for some reason, I don't think that having a child with medication for me is best, because I've got to prove to myself that something can happen right, and something that my heart wants so bad can happen naturally. It just has to. So that's where I stand on that. We're trying to do it naturally. I'm trying to do it naturally. I'm going to try to, I'm eating clean. I'm trying not to stress. I'm trying not to worry. I keep myself occupied. I keep myself busy. I keep myself working out. I'm trying to lose as much weight as possible to even out my hormones, so that way there's an increased chance. So that's important as well. So maybe one day, who knows? But if it comes down to it, and I have to go on medication to wind up getting pregnant, I think I'll wind up taking medication. Not crazy about it, but when you want something and you want it, you gotta get it. Doesn't matter how you get it, you just have to go out and make it happen. So, it's hard for women that are married that have husbands that want children, because you know that they could have children with anybody if they wanted to, but they chose you. And unfortunately, so did this Polycystic Ovary Syndrome. It chose you. And it's hard when your husband wants to have a baby and you want to give him that dream, but your body won't let you. It really sucks. And emotionally, it drags you down. And anybody that says it doesn't, you're lying. I've got people, don't even get me started. I've got people that tell me it's no big deal, it's no big deal, and, there's always worse things that could happen, and, let me tell you something about this PCOS, okay? Left untreated, you're increasing your risk for cancers. Does that scare you? Because it scares the shit out of me. And there's a bunch of other things that could happen. You've got little cysts that will form on your ovaries or inside your ovaries that eventually could turn into cancer. Now, there's no cure for this at all. You can help the symptoms, but there's no cure. And that's why it's so important for me to take these extreme measures for my health, because I lost someone to cancer that meant the world to me. And when somebody tells me, oh, your PCOS isn't that important, or your PCOS isn't, it's just like a normal thing that everybody, gets. A lot of women get it, and it's no big deal. You can treat yourself. It's just infertility. It's not just infertility. Every single month, I have gut-wrenching pain coming from my twat. So do you want to tell me that that's nothing? No. I don't buy it. Unless you know, it's really, really hard for you to understand. So I'm trying to relay that the best way that I can without these negative Nancys coming out of the fucking woodwork saying, oh, it's just nothing. It's just nothing. So I'm working all this for nothing. Thank you. I'm going to start day 14, and I'm going to push myself harder. And every time I want to quit and stop, I'm going to think about all of these people that are coming out and saying, oh, stop crying about it. It's no big deal. If God wanted you to have a baby, He would have let you have a baby. Really? Who the fuck are you? You see why I get so irritated? I try not to let people bother me, and I know it's my hormones, and I'm bitchy. I'm totally bitchy. I'm bitchy all the time. I am always bitchy. But you never tell a woman that is hormonal, number one, to calm down, because it won't happen, and your testosterone is raised. When you have PCOS, your testosterone levels go up. So you kind of get a little bit more macho, and you kind of get a little bit like more irritable than normal. So I don't know. I think I'm just going to try to use that in a positive way if possible. And just anytime that they make me want to quit or stop, I'm just going to think about them, and I've got to prove not only to myself, but I'm going to prove them wrong. Because PCOS is serious. Ask any of the thousands of women that have it. I'm going to start day 14, and I'm pushing. I'm ready to sweat my ass off.